Hi Scorpio, this is your Scorpio full moon reading underneath the Scorpio full moon. So during this full moon, we are going to discuss what needs to be released for healing and transmutation, and how do you alchemize this energy so that you can materialize what needs to be rebirthed in you, what is going to rejuvenate you and bring you into higher alignment with yourself and allow you to soar like the eagle that you are. So, Scorpio, I pulled cards already in the previous video, but I was interrupted, so I had to film again. Which is, I'm going to say it's ironic, but I'm pretty sure as a Scorpio, you're going to get it. I have a Scorpio rising, by the way. So I connect with you guys very intently and closely. You're near and dear to my heart. Every time I do a Scorpio reading, and I do Scorpio the sign, whether the moon is in Scorpio or somewhere else, every time I do this reading, I get interrupted. It is not a coincidence that when Scorpios are trying to elevate and ascend to their higher levels, people try to interrupt that process and disrupt them. So it's just something that you guys will encounter on your journey, but you are to push past any oppositional forces that seek to come up against you, and you will be triumphant every time as long as you allow yourself to heal, to see the darkness but not stay in the darkness, and move forward and come into the light. The Scorpio full moon is in your 4th house. The 4th house rules feminine energy, motherhood, anything that's domestic, how we empathize with other people, the women we have in our lives. So like grandmothers, mothers, aunt, any type of maternal figures. If you have a daughter, it's like the energy of how you operate as a daughter. So right now, this full moon this weekend in Scorpio is in the 4th house. So Scorpios also rule the reproductive organs and the genitalia. So this abortion ban coming to the surface, very strategic, was very intentional. Scorpios have such rich, intense, majestic, magician energy that they can alchemize in any which way they like. So sometimes the powers that were, we no longer call them the powers that be because their time is up. They want to harness your power, Scorpio. You have people in your life who they see how strong you are, so they want to keep you down. They want to keep you down. There's no other way around it. No, you're not being paranoid. And no, you're not being nervous or all of the things that they accuse you of, like jealous or possessive or insecure. No, this is really occurring. There are people and forces at play that would like to see you stay exactly where you are. They see your potential and how great you're going to be. But I know that this doesn't always feel good, but Scorpio, you've honestly dealt with this your whole life. So I know you may feel like, these people shouldn't feel this way. I shouldn't deal with this with these particular people. But sometimes, Scorpio, is those closest to us. Okay? So the first card that came out is Vesta. Vesta is ruled by Scorpio. This is the High Priestess card in astrology. It's the High Priestess energy of our birth chart. And it's ruled by Scorpio. It represents the asteroid of sacred sexuality, home life, and our spiritual center. So your home is almost in an uproar, so to speak. So either you're trying to move, you want peace in your home, you want to buy a new home, maybe you want to expand to your home, like have children, or children are impacting your home. But there are some shifts and changes taking place in your home life. To handle these changes, you are to act as a high priest for the men or a high priestess for the women. You have a lot of magic naturally available to you. And I know sometimes it can be overshadowed by the negativity that's attempting to suppress your gifts and hold you down and keep you stagnant and stop you from progressing and moving forward. But one thing about Scorpios, you guys fight to the death and then you rebirth yourselves again and you do not give up. So the forces that are trying to come up against you, they're not going to be strong. They're not going to prevail. As long as you don't decide to throw the towel in, you're going to win. And I know that sounds cliche, but it's real. Like, you've overcome so much that this little bit of pestilence that's coming up, it can't stop you from moving forward. Yes, it can irritate you. And I'm not saying by all means, don't be irritated temporarily, but after that, snatch your power back and use it accordingly. And do not allow other people to cause you to have a self-fulfilling prophecy. I always have to mention that when I talk about Scorpios and Scorpion placements and Scorpio energy. You have such a strong energy. You can manifest whatever you want, good or bad. All you have to do is focus on your target with laser-like precision. However, you guys get caught up in the negative because you naturally can see in the dark and see the darker side of things, and that's where you stay. You don't have to stay there. There's a lot of light, all this light that's surrounding her, available to you if you so choose. This can be a lighter ascension path for you if you so choose. But it's going to take for you to free yourself from the opposition and the hatred that's surrounding you. We have Sagittarius. Sagittarius represents like freedom, liberation, being able to travel and expand in your business and be free in wisdom. There is situations and people in your life doubting you and making you feel like maybe I want too much, maybe I'm dreaming too big, maybe I should shrink myself. I know this message sounds familiar because I told you all this during the last full moon. This may still be coming up, but it's up to you to put an end to it. It is okay to have boundaries. It is okay to tell people that they're overstepping and over asserting themselves in your life. And that you can dream, because Sagittarius also rules like optimism. You can have optimism and faith that everything you want is going to come to pass, because it will. You just have to believe in your own magic and your divinity. You cannot be your own worst enemy when you're setting these intentions and you're having these manifestations and then you're going and you're talking yourself right out of it. That's not how that works. We have the 11th house. The 11th house is the house of technology, groups, tribe, and friendship. So this energy of wanting to keep you down is people close to you, unfortunately. So you may need to evaluate your home life. You may need to evaluate your social circle. Do these people still align with you? Or are you guys still on the same page? Even your significant other is coming into the foreplay. Like, do they overall support what it is you want to be? Like, the version of yourself that you're aspiring to ascend to, does the significant other you have right now match that? Do they fit into that dynamic? And I mean the significant other you have right now, not the person that you want them to be, but looking at the woman in front of you or the man in front of you. Do they match your overall vision? And if not, I am seeing visualization, which is the third eye, is coming in upside down. You're starting to lose sight of what it is God has already given you, has for you, and wants to give to you, because you're kind of like trying to bring other people along. This particular blessing, Scorpio, is just for you. This is the opportunity for you to act on and for you to take care of you first. You do not have to be a sacrificial lamb for people to love you and to know your worth and to know your value. You can love and be worthy just because you are. You do not have to burn yourself to ashes to keep everybody else warm. You can be loved as you are right now, and you can have the love that you want, the life you want, the lifestyle you want is right here waiting for you. You can visualize it and manifest it with your third eye through direct intention and prayer in that laser-like focus and precision we talked about earlier that Scorpios have. Through meditation, prayer, affirmation, you gotta drop the dead weight. It has to go. I have inner strength, which is the solar plexus. So you know what you're supposed to be doing. You know how strong you are at your core. And don't let nobody talk about your strength and make you feel as though like you being strong is a problem. It's a gift. Most people wish they had your strength. Most of us cannot handle 1/4 of what you go through on a daily basis, Scorpio. So you are strong. You can stand strong in your confidence, in your willpower, in the gifts that God has given you. Be bold. Be courageous. Be ambitious. Get excited about your life. Like, you don't have to be like defeated. You don't have a defeated energy. That's not your personality. Even when things are going bad, you still have a will and way. All this defeatedness, this sadness, it's coming from other people and other sources. You don't have to allow that to be the end all be all in your life. You're worth so much more. You're meant to have so much more. You're purposed to be so much more. And you feel the calling on your life. But to get to it and for it to actualize, you have to be intentional about it, and you have to let go of anything holding you down. We have clarity, which is also the third eye chakra. So you see these crystals, these are clear quartz on this card. Do you have a crystal clear vision of what you want your life to look like? And I mean you. I don't mean what people said, what you should settle for, what they think you should have, who they think you should be, where they think you should live, how much money they think you should make, what career you should have, what business you should own, what generational gifts you need to activate, the person you need to be with. What do you think for yourself? You need to get very grounded, very still, very clear. You are this close, believe it or not, despite what it may look like, despite what it may feel like. You're this close to actualizing everything that you want. But for God, the universe is in the masters, your angels, to come in. You have to do your part of being clear. The universe gives us what we want, good or bad. Where our attention goes, energy flows, we actualize and we manifest that. So, are you focusing on the good? Or are you focusing on the bad? What can go wrong and what you don't want more of? No, you have to be willing to be like, I want this, I'm worth this, I deserve this, I'm going to have this, and that's just that on that. And that's okay. Like, you don't owe anybody an explanation about you wanting certain things and dreaming certain things and feeling a certain way and operating from a place of purpose and a place of passion and having your wildest dreams magnified and amplified for the world to see. Let them go about their business. It's not up to them. What God said is already yours. Just go get it, claim it, rejoice in it, and be in it. Now, for the ancestor card, we have magic. Remember, I pulled this High Priestess card. I have also for you the 11th house, which is cosmic wishes. Having your cosmic wishes granted. Yeah, listen. High Priestess manifestation energy. Third eye. Visualization. Clarity. More third eye. You got so much magic in you, surrounding you. How are you going to transmute this pestilence, Scorpio? What are you going to do? We want to see just how greatly you pull this off, because you're going to do it. But are you going to be intentional about it? Are you going to like hope that it happens? Or are you going to make it happen and work with God? Yes, you do hard work, but faith without works is dead. So where is your faith working within this dynamic? And this is from the ancestor deck. So this is the message from the ancestors. The essence. This symbol represents infinite intelligence of great spirit that makes up the fundamental fabric of the universe. We experience the evidence of magic through synchronicity or meaningful coincidence. And that's the essence of this card, the overall energy of it. So you may be experiencing a lot of synchronicities that are showing you hints and glimpses of the life that you're cultivating and that you're manifesting and that is to come. Do not doubt that. It's not a coincidence. These are divine synchronicities to confirming for you that yes, you are on track. Do not be distracted. Do not be denied, and do not be annoyed. Delay does not consult denial. Like, just because you're delayed in something doesn't mean it's not coming to pass. A lot of your delay is literally listening to these people who don't have the same calling on their life. So you can't take their advice. You can't listen to them as naysayers. They don't know what God has shown you, what He's teaching you, what your ancestors called you to do, the help from your angels. They don't know about none of that stuff. That's yours and yours alone. So you can't expect them to know. And if you look on this card of the magic, you could just see how big and bright her aura is. So you have like this glow about you. The other card I pulled, it has a magnifying aura on it as well. Again, magic around you, and you are magic, but how are you using that magic? So the invitation of the magic card. When magic appears, you're invited to see the world through the eyes of wonder and awe, taking on the innocence of a child who knows that all things are possible. Infinite potential exists in the great mind, and you are being invited to call it in and recognize dance and synchronistic events, signs, symbols, and omens given to you through the oracle of the ordinary world. This is a sign that Spirit is reminding you that you co-create your world in a sacred partnership. Your part is to dream, to intend, and to watch for signs that show you what's next and what action is to take place. Right now, it appears that you're on the right track to make your dreams come true. Great Spirit is listening and acting on your behalf. Pay attention, because magic gives birth to miracles. You don't get no greater than that, Scorpio. So all this magic available to you underneath this Scorpio full moon. I intend for you to create with it. And I am excited to see about what's next for you and what you actualize, materialize. Happy full moon, Scorpios.